Ready.
Okay, so our debate is going to be on homeschooling, and as the affirmative, we feel that homeschooling should be banned for children under 18. And we feel this for three main reasons, and number one is that homeschooling can kind of inhibit social interactions for children. The second reason is that homeschooling isn't well regulated. And the third is that parents aren't really teachers, so there's no guarantee that children are going to learn the required curriculum well. So back to the first point about how homeschooling can inhibit social interactions. When children are homeschooled, they tend to depend on their parents too much. And they have fewer interactions with other people in daily life. I mean, when you're stuck at home a lot, your only option of seeing other people is, if you go outside or like if you participate in a sport, compared to regular schooling where, you interact with students and teachers every day, teachers not being your parents. And according to Homeschool Companion, which is an online resource for homeschooling parents, one of the more serious negative effects of homeschooling is that children can miss out on the opportunity to interact with other children, and this in turn can stunt their development socially as they do not learn how to communicate or behave in group settings. And this is obviously a vital skill in living and working as an adult, because when you go to work, it's mostly group situations. You're not always working by yourself, so you have to learn how to interact with other people. Now down to the second point about how homeschooling isn't well regulated. According to the Homeschool Legal Defense Association, 12 states require no notification of any kind to the government that you're homeschooling your child. 15 require low regulations, and low regulation only means that you have to notify the government that your child is being homeschooled. 18 require moderate regulation, which includes notifying that you're homeschooling your child. And it also includes reporting test scores and possibly having professional evaluation done for the student. And only 5 students have strict regulation. And in strict regulation, you have to notify the government, you have to notify them, you have to report the test scores, possibly have professional evaluation, but also you have to, you have to go with a state-approved curriculum, and there have to be regular home visits for inspection to see how the child is doing. But again, this is only 5 states out of 50, and you can see how the regulations vary state to state. And in fact, if you move to if you have a family that moves around a lot, maybe they're a military family that have to move to different states, they have to follow the regulations of the state they go to, not the state they're from, even if it's just temporary. So if you have a family who goes from a state with low regulations to a state with high regulations, it could cause trouble because maybe they're not used to all the stuff they have to do, and this can kind of put the child behind because the parents aren't exactly up to date with everything. Which kind of leads into the third point that parents aren't really teachers, and they can't effectively teach their children as well as a professional teacher could. This kind of goes along with the regulations too. Since the states aren't well regulated, there's a difference in how the children can be taught, what the curriculum could be, and planning lessons can be kind of strenuous for the parents. They have to, look at what they want to teach the child beforehand, and there's multiple subjects. You're not going to get parents who are experts in every subject, and they have to, either learn or relearn what they're going to teach their child, and they have to understand it fully themselves before they can teach their children about it. And if their children have questions and they don't really know the answers to the questions, the child's not going to get the full benefits of learning compared to learning from a teacher. And these are just some of the reasons why we feel that homeschooling should be banned for children under the age of